The central, frustrating struggle of the digital age is that the simple task of remembering a password has become a major source of anxiety. Not because of forgetfulness, but because the demands of modern security directly conflict with the natural way the aging brain processes new information. Now, if that sentence hits home for you, if you've ever felt that little knot of panic in your stomach when a login screen pops up, I really want you to hear this. You are not alone. This isn't some personal failing. It's a fundamental design flaw in our digital world. And in this explainer, we're going to walk through how to fix it, together.
Just let that sink in for a second. This anxiety, this constant struggle, it is not your fault. It is not a sign that your memory is going. It's proof that the system we're all forced to use was built without a single thought for how the human brain actually works. We are being asked day in and day out to do something that goes against our very nature. So the answer isn't to just try harder or feel bad about it. The answer is to get a better system.
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, we're going to really nail down the problem. Then we'll dive into the science of why this is so hard. After that, we get to the good stuff, a powerful, simple solution and a 4-step plan to make it happen. We'll even talk about the amazing benefits beyond just security, and we'll finish up with one clear, easy thing you can do today. It's a straight path from frustration to feeling in control again. Okay, so let's get right to it. The root of the issue isn't your memory. It's the absolutely relentless, frankly ridiculous demands being placed on it. Every single app, every website, every little service wants a new, unique, and complicated password. It's just not sustainable. And you know what? Just admitting that, saying this is too much, is the first real step to solving it.
All right, now let's get into the really fascinating part, the why. Why is it so easy to remember your first dog's name, but impossible to remember a password you set 3 months ago? Well, the answer is all about how our brains are wired. We're about to see this huge mismatch between our natural human strengths and the strange demands of technology.
This slide right here, this is the whole story. On one side, you've got semantic memory. This is your brain's superpower. It's for things that have meaning, context, a story, like your pet's name or the capital of France. These facts are woven into a rich network in your mind. Your brain is a genius at this. But what do password systems force us to use? The stuff on the right. They demand we use our memory for arbitrary data, a random jumble of letters and symbols. To your brain, that string of characters has no meaning, no story, it's just junk mail, and our brains are designed to throw out junk mail. We're being forced to use the wrong tool for the job every single day.
And all of this leads to a real diagnosable condition. It's called encoding overload. That's the technical term for what you're feeling. Think of your brain like a filing cabinet. When you try to stuff dozens and dozens of meaningless, complicated little scraps of paper into it every month, well, it's going to overflow. The cabinet isn't broken, it's just being asked to hold an impossible amount of junk. And just giving it a name is so powerful, isn't it? It moves the problem from "I have a bad memory" to "I'm experiencing encoding overload."
Now this overload pushes us into 2 really dangerous corners. The first one is interference. You know this feeling. It's when you're trying to log into your email, but you keep typing the password for your online banking. The wires get crossed because your brain is struggling with all these similar but different bits of nonsense. But the second risk is much more serious: cybersecurity risk. To cope, what do most of us do? We give up. We use the same simple password everywhere because it feels like the only way to keep our sanity. But what that really means is if a hacker gets that one password, they don't just have one account, they have everything.
Okay, enough doom and gloom about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. And I promise you, it's actually incredibly simple and elegant. We are going to stop trying to force our brains to do a job they were never designed for. Instead, we're going to shift the heavy lifting from our brain to a system that is designed for this exact job. It's about using a smarter strategy, not just trying harder with a broken one. If you walk away with just one single idea today, I want it to be this: password management is a system problem, and so it needs a system solution. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't try to memorize the entire phone book, right? You'd use a contact list. You wouldn't memorize a map of the world, you'd use a GPS. Passwords are exactly the same. The fault was never with your memory, it was always with the system's demands. And this system solution has a name: the Centralized Memory Protocol. And giving it a name like that, it's not just to sound fancy. It helps us think about it like a real, deliberate, effective strategy. It's a protocol, a simple set of rules you can follow to take back control of your digital life, your security, and, most importantly, your peace of mind. And here's how beautifully simple it is. First, you externalize. You hand off that impossible job of remembering dozens of crazy, complex passwords to a secure, specialized tool called a password manager. It does all the hard work for you. Second, you centralize. Your brain's job goes from dozens of stressful tasks down to just one single thing, remembering one strong master password. That's the only key you need to unlock your secure digital vault. And the result? Encoding overload is gone. Just poof! The stress disappears and your security on every single website goes through the roof instantly.
So we get the what and the why. Now let's get into the how. Knowing the solution is one thing, but actually doing it is what brings that real peace of mind. So we've broken it down into a gentle 4-step plan that anybody can follow. There's no rush here. Every step is designed to be easy and totally stress-free.
Step 1 is the fun part. You get to create your master passphrase. And notice I said passphrase, not password. We want a short, memorable sentence. Something like, "My grandson Leo loves purple crayons," is way more secure and a million times easier for your brain to hold on to than some random string of characters. It uses your brain's natural talent for stories. Step 2 is to get a secure password manager. This is your digital vault. There are a lot of great trusted options out there. The main thing is to pick one and decide, this is the new safe home for all my passwords.
All right, now for 2 really crucial safety steps. Step 3 is what we call the audit ritual. Because this one passphrase is so important, you absolutely need a physical backup. You're going to write it down on actual paper and store it in 2 different, very secure locations. Maybe one in a safe at home and another with a trusted family member or in a bank's safe deposit box. This is your emergency plan. And step 4 is the Incremental Transfer Rule. This is so important. Please do not try to change all your passwords in one weekend. You'll just get overwhelmed. Instead, just change 1 per week. Start with your main email account. Then next week, do your bank. Slow and steady is how you win this race, and it makes the whole process feel easy. Now that we've got the practical plan down, I want to talk about something deeper, a benefit that goes way beyond just making logins easier. This whole thing is really about reclaiming one of your most precious resources, your mental energy. It's about the wisdom of knowing what's worth your brain power and what you can let a system handle for you. This leads us to a really cool idea called cognitive conservation. Think about it. Your brain only has so much energy each day for focus, for making good decisions, for being creative. Wasting that precious energy trying to remember some random password, well, it's like using a supercomputer to do basic math. It's a huge waste of potential. By offloading that tedious job to a password manager, you conserve your brain power for the things that actually matter in life. Connecting with people you love, learning something new, solving an interesting problem, or just being fully present.
So I want you to just take a second and really ask yourself this. What could you do with that space in your mind? That low-level hum of anxiety that's always in the background when it comes to logging in somewhere, what if it were just gone? What could you do with that freed up energy? Would you have more focus for a hobby, more patience, more creativity? This isn't just about making your digital life easier, it's about making your whole life better.
Okay, we've talked about the why, the what, and the how. Now let's bring it all together with one simple, clear, and totally doable challenge. The path to digital peace of mind doesn't start with a giant leap. It starts with a single, gentle step. If you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, let it be this. The problem that's been causing all this stress has a name. It's encoding overload. And the solution that gives you back all the control also has a name. It's the Centralized Memory Protocol. Just truly getting that? That's 90% of the journey right there. So here is your mission for this week. It's just 2 little things. First, just brainstorm, no pressure. Just think about a few good ideas for a strong, personal master passphrase. Make it fun. Second, I want you to identify just one single account, maybe an old online store, whatever, where you know you're reusing a weak password. Just pick one and commit that this will be the very first password you change once you're set up. That's it. That's your first win.
So as we wrap up, let's remember where we began. That feeling of password anxiety was never a personal failing. It's a completely natural human response to a flawed system's impossible demands. But now you have the insight to rise above it. The Centralized Memory Protocol is your key. It lets you delegate the memory burden to a secure tool, freeing up your own mind to remember just one, single, meaningful master passphrase. Ultimately, this strategy of informed delegation is the smartest, most secure way to live in our digital world. It's a choice that protects your financial autonomy and, even more importantly, your peace of mind. You have the knowledge, you have the plan, You can win this war, starting today, with confidence and with calm.